Welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to our competition and review video of these popular vacuum cleaner attachments which are used to vacuum out the lint from your clothes dryer. We bought all of the best-selling models and put them through various tests over the past few weeks and gave them scores based on their specs, features, and results. And in this video, I'll go over my experience with them and pick a winner. So links in the description, and let's get started. First, the basics. There are two main reasons you would want to vacuum the lint out of your dryer frequently. The first is that by doing so, it makes the dryer more efficient, because reducing lint increases the airflow, which reduces drying time and saves on energy costs. The second reason is that lint buildup in dryers is a common cause of household fires. The NFPA says almost 4,000 house fires per year in America are caused by flammable lint next to superheated dryer coils. All the products I bought came with a hose designed to get into the long, narrow lint trap of the dryer, and most of them also came with a brush attachment meant to loosen up any lint before vacuuming. Two of the products I bought came with an entire kit, but the main thing the extra attachments in those cases did was enable you to clean other parts of the dryer, such as the dryer hose and even the exhaust pipe, using a brush attachment, a drill, and a few other things we'll talk about later. I measured their hoses and found that most of them were 32 inches long, though one of them was 30 inches and one was 31 inches. I actually think that 4 of them used the exact same hose, where not just the length and color, but even the circumference was the same. Only 4 of these came with brushes. I do think brushes are important, and you should make sure to get one that has one. The brush that came with the Holikme kit was the longest. One thing I was really interested to test was their universal attachments, as in my experience, making any vacuum attachment universal is pretty difficult, as there will always be some vacuums that they don't fit. One of these was only meant for Dysons, so if you have a Dyson, that's the one you should get, but for everyone else, we did some extensive testing. I found that the best thing to do here was to use a standard shop vac, aka a wet dry vac if you have one. All of these products I bought, besides the Dyson one, will fit the average shop vac hose, where there isn't that much variation in diameter. But for cordless and upright vacuum users, where there is a lot more variation, we tested these on a bunch of different vacuums and gave them scores based on how many vacuums they could fit on. One of them, the Pet Ode, did not win this category, but it is worth mentioning because it has a kind of rubbery, stretchable material that could fit on the widest variety of vacuums. In one sense, it was the most universal, especially for some cordless vacuums that have very little surface area, but it's probably not the most long-lasting material, and its fit wasn't all that secure, so it did lose points in the end. The actual universal attachment category winners looked like this, with the one in the SealeGend 19-piece kit being the best, with the standard SealeGend and the SealeGend stainless steel right behind it. I did also take into account their ratings and reviews, where the standard SealeGend was the best and where the Holikme kit came in second place. As far as my personal experience, I tested these on 2 different dryers. I found out later that my wife actually cleans out the lint from our dryer with a vacuum once a month, which explained why I didn't find much lint in our dryer besides the lint on the lint trap grate. So I borrowed another dryer that I was assured had not been recently cleaned, and I sure did vacuum up a lot of lint in that case. I did find that the brush was helpful here, so as I said earlier, definitely get one with a brush. I also tested the kits, and both the SealeGend and Holikme kits have almost identical systems, where you put a plastic cover on either the hose or the dryer vent and attach an included brush to extension poles and a drill. They come with up to 30 feet of these extensions, but I only used 3 or 4 feet. And even in our recently cleaned dryer, I found a ton of extra lint accumulated in both the hose and the vent area, so they really seem to work. The kits come with a lot of extra stuff like gloves, bags, tape, and a little grabber for removing blockages, most of which I did not need or use. After adding up all the scores, I will present 2 options, because if you don't want or need the extra attachments in the kits because you just want to vacuum out the lint trap, which is the most important thing, then this list, which is just based on their performance, shows that the original SealeGend without the kit is the winner. But once you include all the scores that have to do with their extra attachments, it's no surprise that the 2 kits are the winners, with the SealeGend kit just barely edging out the Holikme kit. Links in the description to all the winners, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching. All of the links in the description are updated regularly to reflect our current favorite vacuums in multiple categories. You'll also find links to the Vacuum Wars website in the description, where we have more detailed lists of our favorite products, like our new top 20 robot vacuums list, which is updated weekly.